this is something that is often overlooked and not understood of the importance of color on your slides. Um, if you look at, now we did a lot of stuff at Pentagram for Harley Davidson, right? We did like the Harley Davidson Museum and a lot of the branding and stuff like that. And you can see here that when we did the breast cancer awareness color change for this one, you can see it's got a whole different vibe just by changing it to pink, right? So go from orange to pink, a whole different personality just by changing the color. It's still Harley, right? Like big and aggressive or whatever, but you change the color and it starts to feel differently. Imagine if LinkedIn was using some sort of crazy gradient on their logo, right? And it goes from professional to like, hey, this is a party more like TikTok, right? Which that would be terrible. I hope LinkedIn never does that. It's already annoying enough. But if you look at the color, it changes. Same with Burger King. You could take LinkedIn's color and apply it to Burger King. All of a sudden, it's not as exciting, right? It doesn't have that energy that Burger King have. It still has the logo part, but just the color changes it. Bank of America, red and blue American colors, if they change it to this, and I'm making like very obvious examples right here, but this just looks ridiculous, right? It doesn't fit with the personality of Bank of America. Now, what I see a lot, imagine if I did a deck for McDonald's, and McDonald's has a great brand, it's very recognizable, and they gave me this slide. I see this all the time where founders who have great marketing, a beautiful website, and then they give me a deck that looks like this. I'm like, okay, you have an existing brand, like use that in the deck, like bring all those colors and fonts in there so it creates the personality of the brand the entire time. This slide has no personality, but it's McDonald's. So compare that when I bring in the McDonald's branding, now all of a sudden a whole different slide, right? Big, beautiful imagery, McDonald's logo, McDonald's colors, the McDonald's font, all of these things, difference between this and this. Same exact copy, way different personality. So they're bringing in those brand colors. Don't be afraid to bring in those brand colors so that everything is consistent throughout the website, the whole way through the presentation, through the whole product. Everything feels consistent and professional and cohesive. Now, if you look at how to choose a color, obviously there's millions of different colors. My wife is actually a paint color specialist. So if you said to her, hey, I want to paint my walls white, she would say, which of the 80 different shades of white? Do you want a yellow white? Do you want an undertone purple white? Do you want an off white? Do you want a beige white? Like all these different colors of white. When you look at this, these are the Pantone color categories. So it's just a nerdy way of saying like, hey, if you're in tone, value, time, and age and energy, that's how they break it up. So a color has a tone, a value, a time, age, and an energy. A playful tone, very bright, poppy colors or whatever. And then you have serious, which is more blues, grays, banking kind of thing. Luxurious is you have the Chanels and stuff like that. They're going to go with those muted pinks and browns. And then you have affordable, which is more like the Walmart, Target, right? You'll see Target with a lot of these type colors and on and on. I don't have to go through each single one of these, but you'll have the slide here to be like, okay, well, you could say this, but not that, right? We're serious, but we're not stodgy, right? So you could go a little bit towards the playful and maybe there's like a little bit more of the pink in there, but still a bit muted. And so you're looking at it. And I always say like, where do you fall on this scale? If you don't have an existing brand, right? Where do you fall on this scale? You're looking for youthful, mature, energy, subdued, or loud, right? So those are some ways that you could look at how to choose the right color.